Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, his personal life may be a big old mess, but Tom Brady is not slowing down professionally.
Let's go!
Your first look at his new movie. Then,
Hello.
love Bridgerton? Well, you're going to love the Bridgerton experience touring the country. Kendall and Ted are giving you a tour, even though Ted has never watched a single episode of this show. And we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Bodyguard. That and more when The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Let's make it a good day, shall we? Welcome to The Jason Show. I'm Jace. Hi. Okay. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. Keep it going. It's Kendall, everyone.
Hi. Good morning. Hello.
Good Thursday to you. It is Thursday, right?
I like how you have a British accent for Bridgerton.
That's right.
Our terrible British accent.
I know the Bridgerton experience. Knucklehead 1 and Knucklehead 2 went. Ted and Kendall, brother and sister. Yeah.
Yes. I took it very seriously. Ted
Did not.
Ted did Ted.
Well, we'll see.
Let's leave it at that.
It's coming up a little bit later. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm pretending it's warm.
I know. I saw you today, and I thought I call this the cloud dress because it's really they're not really clouds on her dress. It's flowers, but we call that in the office the cloud dress. And I thought Kendall is trying to will spring to happen.
The tropics.
Yes, you're trying. Yes.
I'm trying in November.
I know.
Whatever. I try.
Tomorrow is the day, and we're so excited because tomorrow we're kicking off the holiday season at our big live show at Rosedale Center in Roseville. 80 lucky viewers will get the VIP experience at the show. You're going to get special seating, a gift bag. You may run into a special guest or two, and more. Now, here's the deal. If you didn't win those VIP tickets, don't worry. There's the map right there. You can still come and watch the show at Rosedale for free. Keep in mind, this will be standing room only. Now, if you're wondering where to park, like our general manager, Marion Mim Davy Kessler Carrington, here's where you park. Enter Rosedale by door B. That is by Von Mar. And now let me finish this and I'll tell you. We'll also be picking 9 at-home winners. So tune in tomorrow for details on what you're going to win and how you can win. Someone on one of our Facebook pages, hey, I want to come, but it is standing room only, and I get sore. I don't know. Watch me be breaking the rules at Rosedale. But bring like a little camping chair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Chair.
If you can't, we're not going to make you stand if you can't stand, for heaven's sake.
No.
Bring a little camping chair.
I'm like the queen of bringing chairs everywhere, and until someone tells me that I absolutely have to take it away, I will park my butt in it and sit somewhere in a camping chair.
Why? You're like 17. Why do you need? You can.
I don't know. I just don't feel like dealing with standing. Like my knee hurts sometimes.
I like to stand. Are you
a stander?
I am a stander. Yes, I am a stander. I like it.
I'm a sitter.
Yeah, and I want to warn. Here's just a little heads up. I want to warn because the Jason Show family. We are a family. We're a crazy bunch of dysfunctional, like I told Kendall today. She has nothing but a whole bunch of big brothers. Jeff and Ted, me, Eric, anyway, Leo.
Highly dysfunctional.
I'm just going to tell you, when we get done with the show tomorrow, I'm just giving a shout out, a little heads up to the good folks at one of my favorite restaurants, Baltimore in Rosedale. We're coming for you. So just be prepared. Have a little booth ready because we're a rowdy group. We tend to stay at places for 8 to 9 hours at a time.
Possibly. You think that's a joke.
It's not. It's not a joke. The Jason Show crew, and I won't name names, but basically everyone that works here, we were at Serum's a couple Saturdays ago.
Yep.
Are you ready? Try right now, TV friends. Guess how long we sat there at Serum's. Audience, how long do you think we sat there? Throw out a number. You're okay. Wow, they know us.
How did they know?
Somebody said 17 hours. Okay, they know us well because we were there from 11 a.m. until about 7:30 at night.
It's true.
We were there.
Several meals.
That is. We were there. We were there so long there was a shift change, and we're not joking. We're not joking. We had to settle up with one server, and then another server came on. Yeah.
In order to keep our table, Addie and I had to start working. We had to start serving.
That's right. We'll do whatever you need. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it. This is disturbing. A new cast member on The Real Housewives of New York. And don't turn the channel. This isn't really about the show. A new cast member on the reboot of Real Housewives of New York has decided to leave the show before filming. They haven't even done. They're not even done filming. They're filming now. Lizzie Savetsky is a social media influencer, and she's part of the Jewish community. And apparently, when she was announced as a cast member, a flood of anti-Semitic comments came her way. But she also wasn't shy about her now, we're giving both sides here, just so a full picture, and then I'm going to give you commentary. It's also been reported she wasn't shy about her criticism of Palestine and those who support the Palestinian people, which did not help this dialogue. And I don't even know if you can call what happens on Twitter dialogue, but whatever. This is what I will say. This is disgusting to me, and I don't. What is happening to us that this woman is getting this type of vitriol sent in her direction? And I do understand it. It's people now feel permission to say the stuff, I call it under the couch cushion. They now feel permission to say whatever they want, no matter how grotesque and vile it is. They feel permission to say it. They've gotten basically permission to say it, and it's gross. It's absolutely gross. And I'm sorry that she had to deal with that. This should have been a really, criticism of her aside, that's why I gave you all the information. That does not excuse in any way what's coming in her direction. This should be a happy moment for her. This should be a great moment, but she has to think of her family. Why the hell would you want to put your family in a situation like that?
No.
Over a stupid show.
Right. Anti-Semitism in any form is absolutely disgusting. The Holocaust happened. That's where so much of this starts, is people going, oh, that didn't happen. It happened.
Yeah.
And anti-Semitism clearly still exists to this day. It's so gross.
It's gross. Well, in other housewife news that's much lighter, we told you about Ramona Singer now returning for the legacy version of Roni. You got that straight? Anyway, Andy Cohen, the big boss of Bravo, talked about Ramona quitting on his radio show. Look what he had to say.
We didn't talk about Ramona, who announced she is not coming back to Roni Legacy. I think that was kind of...
Was that a surprise?
I think people saw that coming. It's interesting. One of those hilarious things of the internet, which is every time it was mentioned, it was please no Ramona. You go on Twitter, get rid of Ramona, no Ramona. The second Ramona announces she's leaving, no, Ramona's a legend. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's the internet. We see it here. I had a boss many years tell me when I started doing the radio show. She said, if you believe, it's great advice. And I need, as a sensitive person, I have no problem. I'm a sensitive guy. If you believe the good stuff, you got to believe the bad stuff. So you just kind of, and what I mean by that is, that's a perfect example of when there's been changes on this show where I've done something that, stupid, or a new anchor happens. I was also in the news business for years. Everybody online goes, I'm never going to watch again. Okay, you're going to. I mean, it's like you got it. You can't take that seriously. Andy just showed you. People, I'm never going to watch because of Ramona. Oh, now they're going to complain that Ramona's gone. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Next in the dish, speaking of Andy, the party is over there at CNN, literally. According to Variety, the network has ordered that reporters lay off the drinking for the CNN New Year's Eve show. Except for two people. Look.
Cheers. There you go. There you go. Number one. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Cheers. Wow.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's it. So we're talking about that story. We're talking about that story in our meeting, and Kendall goes, "Why don't we do a New Year show?" I said, "No, don't you dare clap for that."
Wouldn't that be so fun?
Audience.
Oh
See,
my gosh.
I was gonna give y'all a car today, and now No, don't give the bosses any ideas.
Live
Don't-
at Serums, New Year's Eve.
Oh my, can you imagine us at Serums on New Year's Eve? No, we wouldn't get a show on the air. Are you kidding me? So here's the deal. Anderson and Andy can still drink on the New Year's Eve show. Because CNN, don't be so stuffy. I know you're a news organization, but we watch because it's a circus. Anyway, you remember Don Lemon would drink and then got 1 year, then 1 year he got his ear pierced live on TV. Yeah. Andy had a few thoughts on the article. Look.
The article does point out that Anderson and I are still allowed to drink. So we can all say this to my sobriety. Sayonara, sucker. Okay. Guys, come in tight. I just want you to know, Anderson and I are going to party harder than we have ever partied before on New Year's Eve. Do you understand me?
The Jason Show New Year's Eve show next year. Yeah, I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
I am. No, I'm going to be with Mickey Mouse. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. Back in a moment.
We could come together.
Don't forget, you can come see us. Now, tomorrow we're going to be at Rosedale, but we'll be back in our studio as of Monday. Don't forget to come see us whenever you want. And we've made it really easy now to book tickets to our show. Go to fox9.com, search for Jason Show tickets. Only pick the day that you can come. Because we had about a month where we had like 70 people sign up. And 4 people and a dachshund show up. So, but now,
cute.
these people all showed up and all signed up. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Pink has a new tour, and she's coming to Target Field in August. Oh, that's going to be a... Have you ever seen a concert at Target Field?
No, I've only seen Pink in concert.
She's so good. She was on Jimmy Kimmel last night, and that, my dear friends, is our Late Night Rewind.
When you're not on the road, which I know you are from time to time, where do you live?
I live about 2.5 hours north of Los Angeles on a farm, on a vineyard. I make wine.
You do? You make wine?
I make very good wine.
Do you actually get it? You do it yourself, or you have people
I do.
making the wine?
It's me and 2 other women.
Is there any stomping that actually happens? Or
So
is it-
I did that once, but there's a lot of little white spiders that live in
Are there really?
Because we're an organic vineyard, so there's a lot of wildlife. I don't stomp grapes anymore.
Yeah, because you're scared of the spiders, or you don't want to kill the spiders, or both?
I actually didn't think about their welfare.
Oh, you did not? Okay.
Not at all.
Why would you? I know, look, we're getting ready to talk to Pink's #1 fan, but you know what? Pink does not always get the credit she deserves.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, some artists will peak and they burn bright, you know, and they're all over the place. They're on Insta, they get a lot of attention, and then they just fall back down to earth. Pink has consistently, think about that. Yeah. Pink, I mean, just give me a reason, try, so what? Lady Marmalade, what about us? Color Me in Sunshine, Just Like Fire, Get the Party Started. I could go on. Pink, but what I'm saying is her career has just been consistently great. She drops a song, she doesn't get a lot of like hoopla all the time, but she deserves it. She's great. And speaking of, thank you, row one. Our hot dish now continues with our insider to the stars and Pink's #1 fan. Give it up from the Hollywood Raw podcast. It's Dax Holt.
Hello. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, audience. Good morning, Pink, if you're watching.
Yeah, but don't you, Dax, am I right on that? She doesn't, you know what I mean? She gets buzz in interviews, but she doesn't get the love that I think she deserves.
100%. And I have been talking up her praises for years and years and years. It was funny after, when I was on TMZ, daily I would want to talk about her and talk about how great she was. And for a long time, Harvey would give me a hard time. He's like, I don't understand. Then she did that one VMA performance where she was blowing up buildings and all this kind of stuff. And he was like, okay, I start to get it. Then she did the Grammys performance where she was swinging around and it was glitter in the air and it was the water, the whole thing. And he came to me the next day, he goes, I get it, Dax. I finally get it, why you are so obsessed with this woman, because she is so amazing. But if you ever get a chance to see her in concert, highly, highly recommend it. It is definitely one of the most amazing things. She's flying through the sky, doing all these acrobatics. It's not just someone singing up there. It is a true, true performance.
It's a show. Speaking of shows, let's talk about your show, Hollywood Raw. You guys had a Below Deck star on this week. Who was it?
Yeah, we had Aisha Scott. She is from Below Deck Down Under, and wow, she is a lot of fun. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know a lot about her before the interview, but I was a true fan by the time that this interview ended. She was so fun, so charismatic. I get why she is such a fan favorite on this show. So many good stories. I mean, she has been a deckhand for many, many, many years. She's only obviously been on the show for a couple seasons, but her experience on the water, we talked to her about a run-in with pirates, real life pirates, coming after one of the yachts that she was working on, and how they had to go into mass panic attack. I guess the captain was looking out with binoculars, spotted this little dinghy full of guys with AK-47s coming full speed at their yacht, and she was like, look, when you have a big boat that we're on, and it was anchored, she goes, it takes a good 10 minutes to kind of get everything fired up and the anchors pulled up and everything going. She's like, we didn't have 10 minutes. So she goes through the whole story, how it wound up, what they did to kind of protect themselves. It was nuts.
She seems pretty normal, Dax, for, a reality star. Is she? You know what I mean by normal? I hate that word.
Yeah, no.
I mean.
She was totally
grounded.
down to earth. She was super fun. And we talked a lot about just how that transition has been for her from going from normal everyday person to being on television around the world. And she goes, yeah, she lives up in Breckenridge, Colorado. She goes, it's funny because there's so many fans out here. I walk out of my house and everyone's screaming, and she goes, that's a really weird transition. But the thing that she's most excited about is Cameo. She goes, Cameo is literally paying my bills these days. She goes, it's so funny. I can go on and say happy birthday to someone and afford to live. She didn't tell us, if she was making over or under $100,000 a year, but I did ask.
Yeah. So many people, Cameo's where it's at, I'm telling you.
And the other thing that you're going to want to tune into this episode for, she told us how truly weird rich people can be. She goes, super, super wealthy people have weird fetishes and stuff, and she goes, I have seen it all, and she gets into detail about the weird things that she's seen while working with crazy rich people. Stories that 100% I cannot talk about here on the air because your show will get canceled.
Well, that's why we will be listening. Thank you, buddy. Go download that episode, everybody, of the Hollywood Raw podcast. Subscribe. Give Dax a 5-star review. Those reviews help, and you can get Hollywood Raw wherever you get your podcast. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Next in the dish, Tom Brady's debut on the big screen is approaching. Did y'all know he made a movie? I forgot about it. You may remember, he shot a movie with Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field. That's right. I mean, that's just right there. I would watch that without Brady. He did it during the offseason, and the trailer just dropped a few minutes ago. It's called 80 for Brady. Look.
Game's about to start.
Oh, there's Tom.
Oh, what a beautiful man.
I like Gronkowski.
We know, Trish. We've all read your Gronk erotica.
It's not erotica. It's fan fiction. Very sexy fan fiction.
Aren't you tired of the same old boring lives? Let's go to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is no place for 4 old women. This could be Tom's last one. He's almost 40. That's like 80 in people years.
Yeah, we're 80 in people years.
I just really need this trip.
I can't believe we're actually here.
Taking this one. He's cute.
So you don't have any tickets?
How much for 4?
10,000.
10,000?
Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
Wow.
Look at Harry Hamlin's in it. Oh my goodness. So here's the deal. The movie follows 4 best friends, again based on a true story, who are living their best life and travel to the Super Bowl to see their hero, Tom Brady. That's great.
It looks so good.
It does look good.
Like just fun and funny, and everybody needs one of those.
Every time she pops up, I've said it a lot, the control room will laugh right about now. I can't believe Jane Fonda is over 80.
Like
It
what?
just, I mean, look, I know, and she's been open, she had work done, but she still looks phenomenal.
Good work. She had good
She's
work.
good,
done.
that's right. She had good work.
She paid a lot of money for that work.
Yep. Next in the dish. Remember Shaq's philosophy on saving on gas? Remember? You just keep putting in $20 so you never have to pay to fill it all the way up. That's his theory.
For real.
That was real.
Yes,
This
he really
keeps-
said that.
That's what I did during my 20s. I just, you know.
Me too.
Me too. Oh my God. Well, get ready. Shaq also has a theory on how many moons we have. Look.
I have a new theory. There's more than one moon.
Oh, no.
Just let me tell you my theory. The other day I was riding past Auburn, as a matter of fact, and the moon was on the left. And I'm going straight, then making the turns, and about 20 minutes later, the moon was behind me.
That's because it was moving, fool.
Nah, there's more than one moon. And then another
Check,
45
please.
seconds, the moon was on my right. It's more than one moon.
What is this, Tatooine? We have one moon. Even Barkley was shaking his head.
Like, where'd the other one go? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, see, I don't really get into basketball. I love that just because I love I've always loved Barkley. It's terrible. And those two, it's great. It's fantastic.
And when he says it, he's got such a deep voice. So when he says it, it's like very serious. And
Well,
then
no-
what he says is like, what?
No, not only that, but he's a little convincing. He's like,
is.
no, seriously.
Like, I have a
It was
theory.
over here this time, and it was over there. I can't laugh because I don't think there's 2 moons, but I believe
because you think there's 2 moons.
But I believe in something that not a lot of people believe in, and every time I mention it, people
Oh
laugh
God,
at me.
not the chupacabra.
The chupacabra.
Not the chupacabra.
I do believe in it.
There's no chupacabra in St. Louis Park.
You will never, I don't care, everybody can laugh. Laugh, clown, laugh. But I encountered a chupacabra at around 4:30 in the morning
You listening to this?
off of Minnetonka Boulevard exit going on to 100. What is it? A chupacabra. You don't know what a chupacabra is?
It's a fake animal.
It's a demon dog. And it's a dog.
It's a demon dog.
No.
Oh, that.
And I rolled down my window. I came to the crest of the exit, and I saw this animal. And it walked with a little gnipkanop, and it went like this.
A gnipkanop?
Like this, Leo, take 5. And it came up to me, it had weird opposable thumbs, and it walked up to me, and I rolled down my window of my black Ford Escape, and I looked at it, and we had a little moment. It looked at me, and I looked at it, and it had a little beady eyes, and then it gnipkanopped onto Highway 100, and it did not walk like a dog. It did not look like a dog. It did not prance like a dog, and it wasn't a mangy dog. The damn thing had opposable thumbs. I'm just saying.
Jason was also in the back of an Uber.
No, I was not. Whatever. It's time to meet today's JVIP, and we have 2. First up, Dan Porter from St. Paul. Dan says he loves the show and believes in chupacabras.
No, he didn't!
Yes. No, Dan doesn't believe in chupacabras. Dan's a good-looking guy. Look at Dan. Anyway, he loves the show because it's a fun, interesting mix of humor and entertainment. Okay, next is Natalie Jewell from Minneapolis. Natalie, too, believes in chupacabras.
No, she doesn't.
She loves watching the show with her mom. They've been listening to me on the radio since she was younger, when her mom drove her to school. Oh, my God, I'm really old. Oh, Natalie, you could have left out that part. Dan and Natalie get a Jason Show mug, also to enter win the monthly grand prize that includes coming to the studio to watch the show, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. We have people working here at Fox 9 that are so young. They're like, somebody mentioned my radio show, and this youngin' who's like 17 that we hired, they're like, Jason has a radio show? It's like, yes, I've had it for 20 years. My Talk 1071. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. He has a radio show? Coming up, it's one of the biggest hits on Netflix, and it's coming to a city near you. Kendall and Ted, who, by the way, Ted's never watched a single episode, is giving you a tour of the Bridgerton experience. And I will always love this movie. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary of The Bodyguard. That and more when we come back. Hello, welcome back. Bridgerton is one of Netflix's biggest and hottest shows, and now the show's going on the road. There is a new immersive, everybody's doing this now. There's a Disney one coming. There's a new immersive Bridgerton experience in Minneapolis, and we wanted to see what it was like. So we sent Kendall and Ted, who, by the way, producer Ted has never watched the show, to meet the Queen.
Oh, hello. It's me, Kendall Bridgerton. Just kidding, I haven't made it all the way to the K's yet. But this is as close as I'm ever going to get to my favorite show, Bridgerton. It's the Bridgerton experience, so I'm going to meet the Queen. I'm going to see the costumes from the real show. I'm going to have my portrait taken. I'm going to go to the modiste. And then Eric was like, hey, Ted should come. Great idea, Eric. So I said, why not? Ted's fine. He can dress up, he can look nice, and we'll make him the diamond of the evening. It should go well, I think.
What was the text you got?
Ted's 5 minutes late, so I said, hurry up, come in, and he said, get the camera rolling. So we'll see what that means. I feel like we're gonna be disappointed. Is that Ted? Shoot. What the hell is he wearing? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Can we unassign him from this shoot? Ted.
Is this for the White Lotus thing? What are you even supposed to be?
Ted. This is not Bridgerton.
You look amazing.
Well, did you see the White Lotus?
Oh my God, we're literally not doing that. That's a show on HBO. This is my show. I don't even watch White Lotus.
Well, I don't watch.
This is my show. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Well,
It's like literally not even the right
it is a
streaming
good
platform.
show. It's in Hawaii.
Come on, Eric. Well, I'm gonna explain what the show is again to Ted and what the intent of the day. We're gonna learn how to bow to the Queen because we want to be the diamond of the evening. Is that what you're calling it for the experience of the evening? Okay.
So, like, I don't know much about Bridgerton, but I do know there's a lot of butt shots, so you know what to do. That's what I like.
I actually think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Okay, come here. This is what you were supposed to dress up like. This is Penelope, the Featheringtons. They're always like overdoing it with their outfits, but this one is her most subdued look. And this is Colin, he's one of the Bridgertons. He's the third brother. She's in love with him. This is what the vibe was supposed to be. And this is what you show up like.
Oh, it's like a British thing.
Like, at what point did you not understand that? It's a very famous dress in the show. Daphne wears it. I think this is when she meets the Duke.
Oh, like that Daphne, like not like the Fred and Daphne Scooby-Doo type thing.
There's one of the brothers. He does this. So we're gonna do the experience where you take a photo, then you're gonna come over, and we're gonna be able to paint it and edit it.
Oh.
Can you be like the Duke? Can you look beautiful?
Of course.
Sit.
No, you're sitting.
Obviously, you're Daphne. I'm the Duke. Come on. Do we look good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Magnifying glass. Can I crop Ted out? Is that part of? Once you get to the queen, you have to bow.
Okay.
Show me your bow. Maybe just a bow. A little less arm, you might knock her out. You're...
G'day, mate.
Well, you remember, your whole goal is to be the diamond of the evening. Just bow nice. Come on.
Butt cheeks tight.
That's the queen. You can't look at her in the eye. Say, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. We come in peace.
Oh my God.
Hey Ted, I think you do this. Yeah, that's right.
If I could redo the alphabet, I'd put I next to you. So is this the point where I go sit on the queen's lap and tell her what I want for Christmas?
I swear to God, Eric. Next time you tell me you're bringing him on a shoot, we're not doing it.
No. We're never, Ted, we have a reputation to uphold. We are never going to be allowed back into that space.
Ever.
It was a little strange because you walk in there and it's like, oh, there are actually people here.
Yes! Ted,
The queen was there!
And you've sincerely never watched a single episode of Bridgerton, have you?
No, I'm not into the period pieces.
Can I quit now?
The audience would never have known that from your outfit. Thank you, Theodore. For tickets to Bridgerton, the experience, go to, it's very easy, BridgertonExperience.com. And on behalf of our staff, thank you for putting up with Ted. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to celebrate a special anniversary and more next. Welcome back. Well, today is a day to celebrate the best-selling movie soundtrack of all time. Who can forget this?
And I will always love you. I will always love you.
That's right, the Bodyguard soundtrack featuring the voice, the one and only Whitney Houston, came out on this day in 1992. It was an instant, and I mean, I was alive then, it was an instant smash, hitting #1, and are you ready for this? #1 in 18 countries. Yeah. Well, the album went on to sell 45 million copies, and get this, at one point, it was selling 1 million copies a week.
Whoa.
It's hard, we don't even really hear about album sales anymore because now music's all digital, and bands and performers sometimes don't even release albums, they release singles. It is hard to explain to people that weren't around every song that a DJ would put on the radio from that soundtrack, boom, went to #1 or charted immediately. I mean, and we're going to listen to a couple, but it's amazing. 6 total songs were released from that album, which is odd. Usually you get a couple good singles, including Whitney Houston's take on a Chaka Khan classic. Look. That's right. I'm Every Woman came out when I Will Always Love You was still #1 on the charts. It was like 2 boats trying to dock. They were just like one waited. That one was still docked, and then here comes the other boat ready to come in. And again, a lot of folks only know Whitney's version, just keep in mind, it was Shaka Khan first. Shaka Khan's version is great too.
I only know this one.
Yeah, truly. There was a maxi single I remember. They used to do maxi. Do you know what a maxi single is?
No.
It was a single. It was a single on a CD. One song, but you would get like an instrumental version and several different dance remixes. I had the maxi single of this. This is a fun. I still, because of Oprah, when I go to run, I start with this song every single time. I listen to the song every time.
Because of Oprah?
I'm sorry, I don't know what's funny about that.
I'm going to go on a run and listen to Oprah songs.
Because it was, Oprah turned it into her theme song.
I get it,
Whatever. You just weren't around. Other iconic songs from the soundtrack include Run to You, I Wanna Run. Anyway, and I Have Nothing. Oh, that's so good. And it also featured a song I love that may not be as popular. Listen. Yeah. Now look, that's Queen of the Night featuring Whitney in that outfit, that legendary outfit. Look, let me be clear. The song is now legendary, but I'm saying when the album was released, it didn't chart and wasn't as big of a hit as I'm Every Woman and I Will Always Love You, and it was good. Now, every drag queen in the world does it. Every single drag queen in the world does it.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's such a good soundtrack. Go download it if you haven't. We'll be right back. We're doing a little throwback when we return. Back in a moment. I know, I want to listen to it now. Welcome back. So my mother just texted with a little throwback too, and she's right. We went to the Whitney, my first 3 concerts, are you ready? 3 divas from the 80s and 90s. My very first concert was Madonna. My second was Whitney Houston with my mother. And then my third was Paula Abdul. It was like boom, boom, boom.
That's like the trifecta.
I know, it was really good. Yeah, Mom's like, did I go with you? Yes, Mom, you went with me. And I was mad at Dad because he wouldn't buy me a $30 t-shirt. Anyway, it's...
Typical.
I didn't have a job then. It's Thursday, and on Thursday, we like to look to the past with a little throwback Thursday. Roll it, Leo. I love, especially if you listen to the radio show, you know this. Yes, I have a radio show. I love reminiscing about old commercials. And today, I thought it would be fun to pick a theme. Today, it's blasts from the pasts, and it's all about famous jingles that you may have forgotten about. First up, a fast food jingle from the early 80s.
Want something tasty and delicious? Taco Bell, Taco Bell. We've got lots of different dishes. Taco Bell, Taco Bell. Taco burritos, tostadas, and churritos. Taste the one and only original Taco Bell. Come taste the one and only original Taco Bell.
That's right, Taco Bell. Oh, I only remember the end of it, and it'll be stuck in your head. Taco Bell.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
I don't like that one.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Okay, wow.
Try better next time.
Oh, wow.
Do
It's
better.
okay, you weren't alive in the 80s, it doesn't matter. Anyway, next, staying in the 80s. Okay, now if you don't like this one, you're out of here. This is one of my favorite jingles, Diet Coke campaign full of 80s stars. Look.
Just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the style of it, just for the thrill of it, the real cold taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the joy of it, just for the just for the fun of it, Diet Coke. Just for the look of it, from Coca-Cola, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
So good! Okay, you have to admit that's a good jingle.
Y'all were very dramatic in the 80s. Like every commercial's a musical.
Yes! So, do you recognize some of the stars? Marcus Allen, Vanessa Williams, Sherry Belafonte, and the last guy was Ted Turner, who invented CNN.
Good Good for you all.
Why was he in it? Anyway. Okay, next. Teleprompter go up. Next, the next classic commercial jingle. Let's stay in 1984. Remember this?
MasterCard, I'm bored. Oh, my interest is piqued. MasterCard, I'd follow you anywhere.
That's future Oscar winner James Coburn for MasterCard International. And nobody on our staff can figure out why it was MasterCard International. We don't know.
I like that one.
Do you like that one?
I want to live in that commercial.
Well, that was dramatic. There were Vegas dancers in that.
But it looked like Italy, and I want to live in that commercial.
Okay. Now, the last one. One of the catchiest jingles of all time. Look.
Taking in the sights and playing in the sun. They won't believe that you are such a good sport. Buying all those gifts in a tropical port. All I can say is, wow, I'm having such a ball. What a friendship, holy cow. They'd never believe it if your friends could see you now.
Take a 3, 4, 7.
That's right. Everybody looks that happy on a cruise, let me tell you. Is that before or after they watch a kid pee in the pool? I just want to know. That's Kathy. Just wondering. That wasn't Carnival.
An honest question.
It's just an honest question. That is, of course, the one and only Kathy Lee Gifford girl dressing up on every deck on that boat for Carnival. That is dramatic. Like,
I love that one because I love Kathy Lee Gifford.
I do love Kathy Lee. I know. You may like her, don't like her, whatever. Really quick, 10-second story. I always give you the real story about celebrities. Kathy Lee Gifford was here 3 times in the early 2000s. She had an album, and then I think she had a book at Mall of America. She didn't have a PR person. She was performing. I went to go interview her each time, and every time I walked into that room without being prompted or told by a PR person from Mall of America, she remembered my name. She remembered. I walked in and she goes, Jason, and she came over and gave me a hug. She knew details. She asked me about whatever. I forgot what it was going on in my life, and I go, oh my God, you remember that? I will never forget her because she is just a good egg, a good egg. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment, everyone. MasterCard International. Welcome back. It is time. Oh, we've had some fun today. It's time for the world's shortest segment, my friends. A special gift from Lizzo to one of her fans. A woman on TikTok recently shared a video about how hard it was to find a red carpet dress for someone her size and asked Lizzo to wear the dress she wore to the Emmys this year. You're looking at that right now. Well, this week she shared a second video revealing Lizzo sent her a designer dress similar to the one she wore. The woman says a thank you to Lizzo isn't enough. Way to go, Lizzo. We're going to take a break. The surprise goodbye when we return after this. That's sweet.
You're going to make it. Your glasses
really
are
quick.
literally fogging up.
Really quick, in the commercial break, all of us, and we're all around the same age, and we think we're kind of hip, you know? And we're all, who's your first concert? Lori Fisher goes, Madonna. You went to Rascal Flatts. I said, Madonna. And it gets over to Jeff, who's my age, and Jeff goes, Barbara Mandrell.
It was the Beach Boys?
No, look, I love Barbara Mandrell. I do. I used to watch the Barbara Mandrell show, but anyway. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Roll it. Bon Jovi, Barbara Mandrell. Today, an airline passenger forgets their cell phone in the terminal, and wait till you see how they got it back. Look, staff at the Long Beach airport in California found the phone, but the plane had already pushed back from the gate, so a worker on the tarmac tossed the phone to the pilot through an open cockpit window. Southwest Airlines shared the video online to celebrate World Kindness Day.
Oh. I thought you were going to say World Peace.
Oh, God. And again, Please, country music fans, don't email me today. I love Barbara Mandrell. I'm just laughing because Jeff is hip and, and it's like, well, no. Forget everything I said. Tomorrow on the show, it's the day we're kicking off the holiday season live from Rosedale Center. Join us for surprises, prizes, Stephanie Hansen, and more. But right now, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody. Oh, God.